Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! In today's episode of Morning Tea, we are drinking Stash Premium Chai Tea, as always, girl. So I'm not doing my tagline of Morning Tea where we sit in our sleepwear and discuss current events, because I think I'm going to have to change Morning Tea just a little bit, and I just want to be super transparent with you guys. Quite frankly, Morning Tea is not getting as many views as I would want a video that I put so much effort and energy into to get, and so I don't necessarily know if it is something with my appearance or my subject matter. But Morning Tea originally was just a space for me to talk about whatever I wanted to talk about, be it a topic, a current event, like whatever. I made it a little bit more structured, and I found that due to that structure, sometimes it gets less views, you know, because I think people are tuning out. It's also a little taxing on me every single week to keep up with everything that's going on, and I feel guilt when I'm unable to put a video up, and so I need to find some balance. Do I need to wear makeup? Do I need to just talk about one topic? That would be just as satisfying for me, and a lot less work finding all those pictures, putting them in, putting words across the screen. It's just that I do have a full-time job, and so doing this and making content for you guys is fun, and I hope to eventually take it someplace where I don't have to have that full-time job and I can make being creative my full-time job. To be a smart entrepreneur and to be a smart business person, if people aren't responding well to your art, then you need to recraft it a little bit and do what works best for you and your audience, and that's what I'm at right now. So maybe if I dressed up, maybe if I put on full face, people would be like, oh, she looks cute in this video, let's tap that. Wrong turn of phrase. Let's click on that video. Or she's not talking about Trump, like let's click on that video. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe if I change it up a bit, it'll get a little bit more views from all the people who support me, and that would be lovely, you know, that would be lovely. All right, so let's talk about this topic. This video is actually in response to a video that I did in 2015. It was a Morning Tea video. It was Morning Tea number 3, this being Morning Tea 99. So I just kind of wanted to see where I am now compared to where I was then. And I rewatched the video, and also people have been watching the video. It's been getting comments, which I'm like, oh, the video was entitled Black Men Slim Pickings, or Slim Pickings Black Men. And in the video I talk about me having to open up my dating circle to other race of men because I felt that in my area, in my community, the choices of Black men weren't as, I was running into a lot of Black men who weren't ambitious, which is absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I think that for me, I want a certain lifestyle, coupled with the fact that you're gonna have to find love within that ideal too, and love and mutual respect. It becomes harder when you don't live in an area where there's a large population of Black people to choose from in general, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just going for the look of what an American Black family should be or what my ideal of it is. I actually want to love my partner, and I want my partner to love me back and respect me, and I want to respect them. And you just need to be around a lot of people in order to pick that. You also need to open up your pool, because I personally am not willing to settle for someone who doesn't give me those two important things, respect and love, in order to sort of have this nuclear Black family. So I've had to open up and expand my dating world, and it's been good. You learn a lot about yourself when you allow yourself to grow and open up, right? And I think it's been really good. So I want to talk about Black men, Black women, and just so that everyone is clear, this conversation will be about cisgendered Black people in heteronormative relationships. I cannot speak on queer issues, and so therefore I won't. Not that I don't think that it's an important conversation, I just can't speak to it. Are we talking about a good Black man or a good Black woman? What do we really mean? Do we mean what? You know, that's my question to you guys. I'm gonna see if anybody responded on the community board on my channel. I realize now that I can just post things and you guys would see them and hopefully make some responses to them. Some of you have gone onto other platforms to follow me, but not everybody. Most people are here. So I put on, what attributes does a good Black man, woman have? Only one person responded. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna say her name because she has not given me permission to. So she responded with, firstly, be honest, trustworthy, kind, and he or she have to have some type of goals for his or her life. I think that they're most important attributes that we must have. Okay, so I would agree with the trust and honest, worthy, and kind part. What's a good Black man? What's a good Black woman? In relationship to what? in relationship to a family, in relationship to a marriage, in relationship to career goals, in relationship to faith. To me, a good black man or a good man is someone who respects women and someone who cares and shows love for his children. I think that sometimes we can judge black people for not having goals or not being ambitious, whereas I don't necessarily want that person. Like, I'm not going to be with somebody who doesn't have any goals or ambitions, but I do recognize that as humans, there are going to be humans who don't have goals and don't have ambition, and there is nothing wrong with those humans. Do you feel me? For me, that's why I say it's respect and also loving and taking care of their children. I think respect is a huge thing that will conquer all of that. If you respect me, you won't lie to me. If you respect me, you won't cheat on me. If you respect me, you'll come home and help me take care of these damn kids. You get what I'm saying? And so a lot of times we get caught up and hung up on like growing the culture and moving the culture forward. And I think that not everybody is up to that task. And I think that we have a disadvantage when we expect everyone to either be up to that task or everyone to not be up to that task. Because there are certain black communities where if you are ambitious and have goals, it's looked down upon. You are ostracized for thinking you're better than you are. And I don't know, I didn't grow up in those communities, but I know they exist because honestly, they exist in all communities of all races of people. And also these negative stereotypes within our culture about each other, like what's a good black woman? Like, what does that mean? I would like to hear from some men who say what a good black woman is. So let's talk about monogamy. Because I think a lot of times people get caught up in being monogamous and being in a partnership or being in a marriage. I would personally just like to point out that I don't think that it's the norm. I think that there are so many other options, and I know that for survival of the species, monogamy made the most sense for a lot of the human species evolution, right? It made more sense. But now we're at a time and a place where monogamy actually doesn't make the most sense. Now, if it's natural for you and your partner, that is absolutely wonderful. But if it isn't, this is where we get a lot of the, oh, he ain't no good, or oh, she just a rat. This is where we get all that from. When I feel like those are unnecessary terms, unnecessary feelings that we have towards those people. I think it's unfair to hold monogamy as a leverage to whether or not someone is good or bad. I think society pushes monogamy, and I think women are socialized to believe that monogamy is the only way, is the right way, whereas men, it's kind of not socialized the same way. Maybe in certain cultures, maybe in certain groups, they're taught that monogamy is the way, but they're also taught that while they can be in a monogamous relationship, they're allowed to dip out every now and then and wet their whistle and see what the world is like. But a woman's monogamy needs to be total. If a man cheats on a woman, you're kind of just like, oh, well, that's what men do. But if a woman cheats on a man, or if a woman cheats on a man and leaves her family, she is treated like the worst human being on the face of this planet. At the end of the day, whether the man leaves his family or the woman leaves his family, it's both super despicable. And one gender should not be held more accountable than the other gender. Even in situations where you think everything is perfect and things are exactly the way they're supposed to be, even a king with a dream steps out on his wife. Maybe they're a person who doesn't really believe in monogamy, or it isn't really in their spirit, and they're trying to do the right thing, and they're trying to be the good person, but it's not natural for them. They don't necessarily want to leave their families. They just want to dip out every once in a while. And that's where I think respect and communication becomes a key component. I want you to think about what it is to be a good black man, and why do we put those kinds of pressures on our culture? There are some people who just are going to be regular folk living their regular 9-to-5 lives. That man or is that woman not good because she isn't ambitious? And the same thing with monogamy. Not everybody's going to be able to live up to the standards of being monogamous in their relationship. We need to drop labels like good black man and good black woman. Does it matter if he goes to church or not? I don't think so. I don't think that you need to go to church in order to be considered a moral person. You can have plenty of morals without going to church or having a faith. would you say that that person isn't a good Black man? I want us to critically think about the realities of certain situations when it comes to our culture. Alright, you guys, please let's have this conversation below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Get morning tea on and poppin'. Let's get the ball rolling. If you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to consider becoming a Patreon patron, please click the link down below. And always remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.